out, some, not always,
Well, listen. It's just crazy because my best friend back home for the boxing Club 5 was the place I did most of my fights at. Club 5, Edge 2000, and a couple of other I can't remember. But Club 5 built their their boxing show around me. So I had a little pull, and one day I took my best friend who his name was Chris Anderson. His name is JoJo. He's my best friend, 300-pound, redneck, 5'15" feet, barefoot walking, smoking. He was just a crazy, good guy. I just love him to death. And he's my brother to this day, man. He always calls and check on me. And, we would wrestle in the pool when I was younger and wrestle outside the house and wrestle in his backyard, put some carpet down, That was just a couple of times, okay? And I didn't ever do any of that crazy stuff, and I'm just saying. And I had a little pull to get in there, and I told the people, hey, I want to do a little exhibition or whatnot, and this was a boxing ring. And they let me do it with my best friend. And lo and behold, I see some stuff on Wikipedia about that. Well, guess who did that on Wikipedia? It was his 480-pound imbecile of a brother that went out there and started talking about my legendary fight with Chris Anderson. And I'm like, who in the heck put this up? Well, there's only one person that knew about it. That was him. And so he goes there and says, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know it. Yeah, he goes on Wikipedia and do that. I mean, anybody can get on Wikipedia and do anything. Wikipedia is not to be trusted. That's not a fact. I always tell people, if you want to know something about me, God dang, go to my website. PM me. Put it on the message board. I answer everything. And so I love that. I really do love the fact about I have that site because, it offers a distinctive, that site being the ElijahExpress.com, it offers my congregation, a great opportunity to stay in contact with me, and know what's going on with me, and outside of whatever else they may hear or whatnot. And I got to be honest, you're not going to hear much about Elijah Burke unless it's some dirt. And because Elijah don't have any dirt that the sites can sink their teeth into, well, with the exception of this conversation, because I'm sure they're going to pick apart some stuff. I guarantee you we see that Hogan Flair versus, compared to Kingston and Elijah somewhere, but this is what this is the business. That's what it is. They'll sit out there and start adding and putting their own stuff on. Speaking of my congregation, I have a group of people within my congregation that I call the T Elite. That stands for the Elijah Express Elite. And one of them just had his birthday yesterday, and his name is Youngin. We call him Youngin, a.k.a. Gizmo. So I want to give a shout-out to him. I'm sure he's out there listening right now. Those are my lawyers. Those are the ones that come hell or high water, they're going to be on that site. He just turned 18 years old. One of my people said, was talking to him yesterday, said, well, what are you going to do for your birthday? He said, well, look, I just turned 18 years old. I'm going to stay up all night long. And they say, really? You're going to stay up all night long? He said, yeah, I'm going to make sure I enjoy every minute of this day because you only turn 18 once unless you're the Ultimate Warrior. So I found that pretty funny, Youngin. So that's a shout out to you, my friend.
All right. Now, the last 5 minutes of the show before we go into the archives time, we want to know if you're ready and able to step into the hot seat, where we just ask you some rapid fire questions. The first thing off the top of your brain, you give us.
All right, man. Let's do it.
All right. Who's the one person you wouldn't want to find in a dark alley somewhere, wrestling-wise?
Mark Henry.
If there was going to be a Elijah,
and that's not because I'm scared to fight him. Can you imagine seeing that big old shadow come out? God dang, like a gargoyle. Good Lord. Go ahead. Grief. Just the sight will scare you. I'll fight anybody. Just the sight.
If there was going to be a Black Pope movie, who's playing Elijah Burke?
From the wrestling world or outside?
An actor. It doesn't matter.
Jamie Foxx.
Oh, so we're expecting a lot of humor.
The guy's multi-talented. I mean, if y'all didn't see the BET Awards, I mean, this guy can probably imitate anybody. So, yeah, Jamie Foxx. And plus, I've been compared to him, Eddie Murphy, and, you know, somehow, some way, some people see some similarities. I don't know where, but whatever.
If Jamie Foxx is playing you, we might see a Wanda sighting in your movie.
Yeah, exactly. I love it, too.
Greatest match you've ever had so far?
Favorite or greatest? Greatest will be either my 2 out of 3 falls, probably my triple threat. It's one or the other. My triple threat with Dreamer and Punk, where I held my own. That would probably be my favorite match. My greatest match, rather, not favorite.
Okay, that leads us to what is your favorite match?
Flair. When I wrestled Flair, me and Benjamin against Flair.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. Y'all know I'm in Kentucky, and this guy's like, good Lord, he's choking and spitting up. You know, these people, oh Lord, you hear him? Can you hear him?
I heard something. We heard something.
He had to come around here where I'm at. I'm standing in the cut. He got to come around here and start gacking so I can see him. Brother, I'm not going to run and help you. Good grief. My grandest match, most successful match or whatever, that will obviously be WrestleMania 23, in case you were going there. You know, because everybody in this business wants to make it to the grandest stage. I made it there within a year's time.
I was there. I actually saw that match.
Awesome. And you know what, brother? Oh, shoot, I take that back. See, I'm going off the top of my head, but I take that back. Yeah, that was my greatest match. I got 2 or 3 of them, but they didn't even give us enough time, and not to mention, they gave us time. I take that back. We had time, but would have loved to have enough time to go out there and put the WrestleMania match on that we did on ECW on Sci-Fi following WrestleMania. Now, that was the match we were supposed to have at WrestleMania, you know? So I really enjoyed that 8-man match against the Originals with the New Breed. That was a good match, too.
All right.
Best video game.
Go ahead.
The best video game you got right now in your system.
NFL, Madden.
No. Your all-time favorite Michael Jackson song.
Oh, don't make me do it. I'm trying to think of the song I was listening to. There's so many. That's just hard, brother. I can't do it. Probably Butterflies. Off the top of my head, Butterflies. I like that song.
I'm a Billie Jean fan. One from the chat room, your favorite sports icon?
Magic Johnson.
That's a good one.
Yeah, man. And that just lets you know that's the last time I watched the NBA.
Right.
Once him and Bird and Jordan sat down, I was done.
Wow, so no LeBron, no Kobe, huh?
Not really. I mean, I'm not big. You know, I mean, you really idolize people and become a part of them when you're younger, because these are people you aspire to be like. Well, I have no need to be like them. I can respect them. I was actually cheering LeBron's, and then after LeBron's went out, I was cheering for Dwight. You know, Dwight Howard, because I wanted him to get it. But no one in particular, man. Just Jackson. Johnson. Me and them MJs, man. Michael Johnson, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, all them MJs, boy, I tell you.
All right, Elijah, you're off the hot seat. We've got about less than a minute left to go before the show goes in the archives. Before we let you go, can you just give Hit the Ropes a little shout out? You know, this is the Black Pope, Elijah Burke on Hit the Ropes or something like that.
Absolutely. Before I do, just let me give a shout-out again to the family, to the congregation, of course, the TEE Elite. Fans out there, anybody want to send anything, it will be posted on the ElijahExpress.com, P.O. Box 20563, Louisville, Kentucky 40250. This is the Black Pope, a.k.a. Elijah Burks, and you have been listening to, or you are listening to, Hit the Ropes HitTheRopes.com. Is that your show?